All right, something I'm going to talk a lot about are subdivisions. What is a subdivision? So basically, it's how we're dividing time, okay? And there's a lot of ways to do this. So we put on a click track, all right? I got one here at 100 BPM, all right? Now, when we put on a click, most of the time, that is a quarter note. So it's going to be really important to know the names of certain notes, all right? Which is kind of like categorizing and identifying certain subdivisions. So if we were to play with this, these are quarter notes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we did, that'd be us playing quarter notes, all right? And for all this, I'm going to be using the sticking of singles. Right, left, right, left. So we're playing quarter notes with the click. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's 1. That's 1 for 1, right? A ratio of 1 for 1. For every one click, we're playing one note. Quarter notes, all right? This is going to be like a pyramid, right? Right now it's small. It's going to expand to a bunch and then come back down. Quarters. Okay. Next subdivision we're going to talk about is eighth notes, which is going to be 2 to 1. That's going to be, right? Eighth notes. And if we were going 1, 2, 3, 4, eighth notes are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Right? It's 2 to 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. For every one quarter note, we're playing 2 eighth notes. Okay? So the ratio is 2 to 1. Back to quarters. Eighth notes. Next one would be 3 triplets. These are eighth note triplets. Not just normal triplets. It's not just like triplets, but eighth note triplets. This is a ratio of 3 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For every one quarter note, playing 3 notes. We're alternating still this whole time. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Since it's a group of 3, it switches like right, left, right, left. So kind of the odd amount goes back and forth. Right, left, right. But notice throughout all these, I'm not trying to accent anything. I'm not going. I'm trying to training my hands to be as unison as possible. Unison as possible. Okay, it's 3 to 1. We're going to count that like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay? Next subdivision, 16th notes. 4 to 1. We count that as 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 4 to 1. All right, back to triplets. Eighth notes. Quarter notes. Right? So far we went from 1 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. But right now, we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, which is what we did. Then we're going to add on 6 and 8. All right? So I'm going to go from 1 to 4, and then we're going to keep going. So we got quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2. Eighth note triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. 16th notes. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. Now 16th note triplets. 6 per 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast to count. You know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And kind of like if I accented those. So for every quarter note, 6. I mean, 6, 6, 6. No real way to count this. I've heard people one triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Like this is at 100 BPM. That would be like 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. I can't do it that fast. Sometimes with 6s and 8s, I'm not even like counting. But it's really important to like be able to count quarter notes, eighth notes, eighth note triplets, and 16th notes. As stupid as it seems, like that's like you live in all those worlds at some point, because the 3s and the 4s, the 8th note triplets and the 16th notes, will just be doubled for the 16th note triplets and the 32nd notes, right? So it's the same thing practically. I know it's really dumb to count 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, but it's everything. So coming back to the 16th note triplets. So that's 6. 8 would be 32nd notes. So right? Basically playing like 16th notes at 200 BPM. So a lot of metal tunes. But the click would be like, you do before that. So, 32nd notes at 100 BPM are the exact same as 16th notes at 200 BPM. So that's everything individual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. And what I do is I run through a pyramid. Start to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll sit on this. I'll sit on this for long periods of time, not like in groups, but like literally just do quarter notes for a long time. Where you like bury the click. You don't even like hear the click at a certain point. And then you're like, all right, going up to 8th notes. Okay, after a certain point, 8th note triplets. Okay, 16th notes. Okay, 16th note triplets. "30 seconds. Do that again. 30 seconds. Now down to 16th note triplets. Sixteenth notes. Eighth note triplets. Eighth notes. Quarters. And so on. You do it up and down. And by the end of that, I was doing it basically 4 bars at a time. Like if I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. And then move on to the next one. 1, 2, groups of 4. You can make it even harder and do every bar change, right? So you're changing every 4 quarter notes. If I did that, it would be, That really helps you lock in to this time and subdivide it between 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. You can subdivide it between anything. We can go even back further. Instead of, I can take this 4 and go subdivide by 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But it's still that and 4. We can go back. We can do a ton of things. But the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 is important. I will also say, right now we've been doing everything as singles. Right? Just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, same difference. We could also do this exact same exercise as doubles, which changes everything. So if I did the same thing, but I went doubles, eighth notes as doubles, and triplets, 16ths, 16th triplets, 30 seconds, triplets, 16ths, eighth note triplets, eighths, and quarters. So you can see, not only can we run any subdivision, right? We usually just do it in singles, but then it's like, oh, what if we run the subdivision in doubles? Run the subdivision in paradiddles. Run the subdivision in whatever, any different sticking. You can start adding all these single concepts to bigger concepts. But that about does it for subdivisions, right? And there's more subdivisions we'll talk about, but I'm always going to talk about quarter notes, eighth note triplets, 16th notes. It's really important to be able to identify that, because it's like if I say play eighth notes with your left foot on the hi-hat, and you're like, I don't know what that means. You got to know eighth notes. All right, if the groove is this, right, that's the quarter note of the groove, and I want you to play eighth notes on your left foot hi-hat, you're going to go, right? You got to know what that means. Play quarter notes on your hi-hat would be, play 16th notes on your hi-hat. You just got to know what those groupings are, and it's groupings of 4. It's stuff that everyone's done, but to be able to identify it and kind of understand it a bit more at this level, especially how all of them relate to just one click, is vital. That's a subdivision lesson, and I kind of talk about the pyramid. The pyramid meaning quarters, eighths, eighth note triplets, 16th triplets, 30 seconds. So it's like little to big and then back down. You can just run that pyramid all the time. To many different, I just did it at 100 BPM. This feels really different at 60 BPM. If you did it really slow, like good, that's even harder. It's easier to do it fast than it is to do it slow, because the slower you do it, the more time in between the notes there are. You actually have to pay attention to rest and space. So practicing this literally between the BPMs of 60 and I'd say 110 is everything you would need. And I would go from 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, and run all this as singles and as doubles. That's subdivisions.